Yo, what is up, guys? It is Nick, or the Notorious Fantasy, back in today with another fantasy football video. In today's video, I got the Week 12 wide receiver rankings. I go through wide receiver 1 all the way through 32 and give you an explanation of why I have them ranked where they are. Obviously, if you guys are looking for the running back, quarterback, tight end rankings, those will be posted in the future, in the next day. Obviously, the running back comes after this, and then quarterback and tight end tomorrow. So, before I get in this video, I'd like to give you guys a word from my sponsor, OverlayDFS.com. OverlayDFS.com is my favorite way to play daily fantasy football. Now, my favorite game on this website is the progressive game, where every single week, if the bonus does not get hit, the money keeps on rolling and rolling and rolling on until you eventually, and someone hits that beautiful 12-0 to get that progressive bonus. As you can see here in the $22 game, which is the best game to play this week, if you go 12-0 and all those stars align, you can get over $8,000 winning in that game. Now, if you don't end up going that beautiful 12-0, don't you worry, because if you're in the top 10%, you get 9 times your buy-in at all levels. $2.5, you get $18. $22 entry, you get $180. And if you enter the $109 game and you hit that beautiful top 10%, you get 9 times your money at $900. Now, there's also another game with best record wins. You enter $11, the top 10% get $90, and that top prize, you get $100. So it's going to look beautiful on there right now. But obviously, that price is going to keep going up as more people join and enter. Pretty much, you're not even playing against anyone. You're pretty much just playing against yourself. You're playing against the board, and you got to make sure that you get just a good enough record to hit that money. Now, I'm going to explain how it necessarily works right here this week. Now, I'm going to join the $22 game. Pretty much how it works, all you got to do is pick 12 of these players out of a huge selection of players, and plus 3 alternates. So you got to hit that beautiful 12-0 record to get that huge bonus, or obviously you can get 9-3 or 7-5. It's different every single week. That would make you hit that beautiful and get that 9 times your money. So one of the games here, and one of the strategies I like to do, is I like to go with Drew Brees over Russell Wilson here, and then I scroll down to the wide receivers, and I select Michael Thomas, because I'm going to be stacking my quarterback with my wide receiver. That is my favorite thing to do on this website. So make sure you guys check out overlaydfs.com. Link down below in the description. Goodbye, my friends. And we are back. Make sure to check out overlaydfs.com. Link down below in the description. Let's get right into this Week 12 wide receiver rankings. Now, my first overall wide receiver for this week, this is based off of half PPR/PPR. If you need help with standard, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I love Michael Thomas this week as my number 1 wide out. Drew Brees loves throwing the ball to one man and one man only, and his name is Michael fucking Thomas. Michael Thomas is looking like one of the best wideouts in the NFL, and he's going to look great this week against a Carolina Panthers defense that got ran through by Matt Ryan and friends last week. And number 2, we have Julio Jones going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have a very, very good run defense, but Julio Jones is a wide receiver, so you don't have to worry about the run defense there. Julio Jones is going to be getting a lot of volume in this game. I think there's going to be a very high-scoring matchup. Obviously, if the Atlanta Falcons defense can put the clamps back down on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, then we may not see that, but I think that Jameis Winston is such a wild passer that this game will be high-scoring, because random shit just goes Jameis's way, and at the other times, he ends up throwing a pick, but it doesn't matter, because Julio Jones and Matt Ryan have that great connection, just like Michael Thomas and Drew Brees, so I like Julio Jones this week going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. At number 3, we have Mike Evans going up against the Atlanta Falcons, and like I said, I believe this game really will be high-scoring, and Mike Evans has had 2 down games in a row, or 2 games that weren't really all amazing. Obviously, he didn't put up a goose egg. He put up like 10-12 points in the last 2 games. This week against the Atlanta Falcons should really be an ideal matchup for him. The Atlanta Falcons defense has looked super hot fire the last 2 games they have played, but I really honestly believe that Mike Evans will be able to break free. He's going to be soaring. He's going to be flying against the Atlanta fucking Falcons. And number 4, we have Mr. Davante Adams coming back against the San Francisco 49ers after the bye. When Davante Adams is healthy, he's a top 10 guy for me. And this week, even up against a tough San Francisco 49ers defense, I really believe that Davante Adams is going to be able to go balls deep in that secondary. Aaron Rodgers is going to look mad. He's going to look pissed the fuck off, and he's going to light up the San Francisco 49ers at the hands of Davante Adams, his clear favorite target. And number 5, we have Mr. OBJ, Odell Beckham Jr. going up against the Miami Dolphins. Now, this begins this time where the Browns offense gets the most cupcake matchups I have ever fucking seen. Odell Beckham Jr. is going to go balls deep in this Miami Dolphins defense. Now, the one thing to worry about is the fact that the Browns are a fucking dumpster fire, and this game that should be so easy could turn all the way around and be complete hell for your fantasy team. But if you believe with me, if you knock one time with me, and you say a prayer to the fantasy gods, please, Lord, fantasy Lord, bless me with a W this week, and let Odell Beckham Jr. go balls deep in this Miami Dolphins defense. At number 6, we have Chris Godwin go up against the Atlanta Falcons. And like I said, I predict this to be a very high-scoring matchup, and it's hard every week to predict which wide receiver on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will perform better, Mike Evans or Chris Godwin. They are both so amazing and both pretty much the number one wide receiver talent if they were on two different teams. To me, I prefer Mike Evans slightly more, and I believe that Jameis Winston also prefers to throw the ball to Mike Evans slightly more. But even with that said, I think Chris Godwin will be able to go out there and eat the Atlanta Falcons defense for lunch. And number 7, we have Baby Chark, Baby Chark, Baby Chark. DJ Chark going up against the Tennessee Titans in Tennessee. And DJ Chark is going to be the only 10 that you see because he is going to eviscerate this good Tennessee Titans defense. DJ Chark last year and Big Dick Nick, or not last year, last game, him and Big Dick Nick had a love affair, and DJ Chark was scoring all types of points for your fantasy team. And this week against the Tennessee Titans, against their division rival, I see no reason that it is any different. I love DJ Chark this week, coming in at number 7. At number 8, we have Mr. Julian Edelman going up against the Dallas Cowboys. Now, if I know one thing and one thing only, it's that Tom Brady has love for one man and one man only. Now that Gronk is gone, it's just Julian Edelman. This Dallas defense should be a pushover for Tom Brady and the Patriots offense. I believe that Julian Edelman is obviously the safest option for Tom Brady. He's Tom Brady's safety net. He's the only real guy on the Patriots that I want to start besides Tom Brady, Julian Edelman, and James White. I really like Julian Edelman this week against the Dallas Cowboys to have a pretty big game. Obviously, he's a lot better in PPR due to the amount of volume that he sees in these games. At number 9, we have Tyler Lockett going against the Philadelphia Eagles in Philadelphia. Now, right now, as I'm recording this video, I am not 100% sure if Tyler Lockett is going to get pushed into the game and play. A lot of experts, a lot of people are believing that Tyler Lockett will get the nod and get to play in this game. And if he plays against the Philadelphia Eagles have a good run defense, but that don't mean shit because their pass defense is fucking doo-doo, god-awful. They shit straight in their huggies every single week, and Tyler Lockett is going to be able to play great against them. Russell Wilson loves Tyler Lockett, and Tyler Lockett should easily be able to perform against this eviscerated Eagles secondary. At number 10, we have Cooper Kupp going against the Baltimore Ravens. Now, I know Cooper Kupp has hit you 2 times right in the ass 2 weeks in a row, a dud, and then like 8 points. That really is not going to help you win your fantasy football game, but this week, coming in at number 10 against the Baltimore Ravens, I predict a bounce back game for Jared Goff and Cooper Kupp. I think they're going to keep feeding the rock to Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp last week obviously playing up against a tougher Chicago defense. This week, the Baltimore Ravens defense won't pose as much of a threat to Jared Goff and friends. I like Cooper Kupp in this game at number 10. At number 11, we have the wide receiver 1 of the Carolina Panthers, DJ Moore, at the New Orleans Saints. Now, DJ Moore has honestly been producing out of his mind the last couple of games. Huge games coming for the last couple of games, and if Lattimore is missing in this game against the Panthers, DJ Moore should be able to easily clap down against the New Orleans Saints. It doesn't matter how bad Kyle Allen plays, DJ Moore has still been producing in all of those games, so I like DJ Moore in this game. Obviously, if Kyle Allen decides to step it up and play like an actual fucking NFL quarterback, then DJ Moore will play even better. My final top 12 wide receiver, obviously I go all the way to 32. There's more slides, but my final top 12 guy is John Brown, going up against the Denver Broncos. Now, John Brown went and torched a defense last week, okay? He played fucking phenomenal. I told you guys every single week that Josh Allen and John Brown have a great connection, and that one of these games, John Brown will catch a huge bomb and play great and score you 30 plus fantasy points. And you saw it last week. He put up that big game. And this week against the Denver Broncos, I believe that he can do the exact same thing. Now, I like John Brown number 12. Now on to 13 through 22. So if you guys have enjoyed the video thus far, please make sure to knock one time and click that fucking subscribe button. At number 13, we have Calvin Ridley going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, personally, in my humble opinion, he's ranked this high because of his great matchup against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Do I have confidence in him? No. I feel like every single week is boom bust for Calvin Ridley. He's either going to score you 2 points or score you 30 points. Last week, we saw him play amazing. This week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, without Austin Hooper, without a lot of these vital guys for the Atlanta Falcons offense, it should be easy for Calvin Ridley to perform, and that's why he's ranked so highly in my rankings, but obviously I am a bit nervous about that. At number 14, we have Mr. A-Rob, Allen Robinson, going up against the New York Giants. Now, I'm not very confident in Allen Robinson in this game. The Giants' defense is fucking terrible. Okay, last week he got covered and shadowed by Jalen Ramsey, obviously, on the LA Rams, so that's going to make it a lot harder for him to score points, so he had a bad game. This game should be a bounce-back game for him, but the quarterback play certainly worries me in Chicago, but he's still ranked number 14 due to the fact that I think he could be able to get it done with or without good quarterback play. At number 15, we have Mr. Amari Cooper going up against the New England Patriots. Now, I'm not sure right now, as I'm recording this, like I said, if Amari Cooper is going to be able to be slotted in and be playing in this game. Obviously, if he doesn't play, then Mr. Michael Gallup skyrockets from the next page all the way up here, but I think Amari Cooper will end up getting the nod in this game in a must-win game against the New England Patriots, a game where Dak and Jerry Jones can show why that fucking Dickie Dak Prescott needs that money. And in this game, in New England, if they go out and win it, he will get the biggest bag you've ever seen for a quarterback. I like Amari Cooper in this game, but you obviously have to temper your expectations to the fact that he's hurt and that he may not play. At number 16, we got Jarvis Juice Landry going up against the Miami Dolphins. And this would not be the first time a man named Juice gets loose against the Miami Dolphins. Jarvis Landry is going to be able to have a humongous game this week against the Miami Dolphins. I am worried because I think the Browns could technically implode and play fucking awful, but this matchup is far too juicy to have him ranked outside of the top 20. At number 17, we have the mono man, Jamison Crowder, going against the Oakland Raiders. Now, I say he doesn't actually have mono, but Sam Darnold loves him so much that they may just start kissing, and he may get that mono. Jamison Crowder he's just a fucking... He just catches 9,000 passes every game because Sam Darnold loves him so much. He just feeds the rock, force feeds it down Jamison Crowder's throat, and Jamison Crowder should have a great game this week against an Oakland Raiders defense at 17. At number 18, we have Courtland Sutton going against the Buffalo Bills. He is the one bright spot, besides, I would say, Phillip Lindsay, on this Denver Broncos offense. Regardless of the quarterback play, even with Brandon Allen, we've seen the last couple of weeks, Courtland Sutton has produced in fantasy football, so that warrants him being a top 20 guy, even against a tougher Buffalo Bills defense. At number 19, we have Mr. Devontae Parker going up against the Cleveland Browns. Now, as long as the Fitz magic keeps on rolling, I think eventually the Ryan Fitzpatrick Fitz magic is going to actually slow down. He's had so many good games in a row that it seems like he eventually is going to taper off, and this may be the game. It may come later in the season, but right now, while he is on fire, you got to strike the match while it is hot, and I like Devontae Parker in this game against the Cleveland Browns in the cold Cleveland weather. At number 20, we have Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry, going up against the Detroit Lions. Now, Dwayne Haskins has looked like shit, but mainly it's because the offensive line is fucking terrible. He's getting hammered on every fucking play. I believe he took 6 sacks on Sunday against the Jets last week. This week, he's playing a softer Lions defense, and I think that Terry McLaurin should be able to perform and potentially have a humongous game this week, but the quarterback play, the fact that the team is so bad, puts him back down here at number 20. At number 21, we have Deebo Samuel going up against the Green Bay Packers. Now, I love Deebo Samuel this week if Emmanuel Sanders doesn't play. If Emmanuel Sanders and George Kittle don't play, Deebo Samuel is going to get so many fucking targets, it is going to be unreal. Last 2 weeks, Deebo Samuel has produced over 15-plus point games. This week against the Green Bay Packers, a defense that looks like they could allow some points on them. I like Deebo Samuel in this game. At number 22, we have Tyrell Williams going against the New York Jets in the Meadowlands. Now, obviously, I think that the Oakland Raiders should be able to win this game. I think this could have potential to be a high-scoring game. And Tyrell Williams really has not been producing all that well, so that's why he's been thrown back here. But Derek the ball to him. When he finds that end zone, he will certainly be worth a top 22 play. Now on to 23 through 32. If you guys have enjoyed this far, please make sure to click that subscribe button. Like I said earlier, it would really mean a whole lot to me. At number 23, we have Kenny Golladay going against the Washington Redskins. Now, Kenny Golladay is dealing with Jeff fucking Driscoll. Okay, I know Jeff Driscoll last game balled out of control and let his nuts hang. Okay, he played phenomenal. He was a fucking top 10 quarterback. But this week against the Washington Redskins, I think that regression is going to hit him like a goddamn truck. The Washington Redskins team and defense is not even that good. But the fact is that Kenny Galladay has to worry about the fact that his quarterback isn't Matt Stafford. If it was Matt Stafford, Kenny Galladay might be the number one wide receiver in fantasy football this week, but it's not. It's Jeff Driscoll, so you have to account that into the ranking. So I'm going to put Kenny Galladay back down here at 23. Obviously, if he gets the opportunity, he could skyrocket far higher up than this. At number 24, we have Mr. Golden Tate going against the Chicago Bears now. Golden Tate has been performing pretty well. It seems like Sterling Shepard may not play as I'm recording this video, and that obviously bodes even better for Golden Tate. He's playing up against a tougher Chicago Bears defense, so I would temper my expectations due to that. At number 25, we have Mr. Michael Gallup going up against the New England Patriots. And like I said, if Amari Cooper gets the nod to sit the fuck down on the pine, Michael Gallup should be able to easily perform against the New England Patriots, even up against a tough defense. We've seen receivers do it before. We even saw Golden Tate do it against the New England Patriots, so I don't see a reason why Michael Gallup couldn't do it, but this is a tougher defense he is facing, so that obviously puts him lower down in the rankings. Same thing for Amari Cooper. At number 26, we have Curtis Samuel going up against the New Orleans Saints. Now, I don't necessarily like Curtis Samuel that much because Kyle Allen has really stunk it up. He stunk it up last week. He did not play that well, and it seems like he really just likes throwing the ball to DJ Moore. So obviously, Curtis Samuel still has some value being out there, but I don't like him all that much. So I would be I would be starting Curtis Samuel, but I would be having a bit of tempered expectations against the New Orleans Saints. Number 27, we have Mr. Donkey Kong Metcalf, DK Metcalf, the big man. That dude is fucking crazy on the Philadelphia Eagles. DK Metcalf looks like a goddamn beast. He looks like he could beat the shit out of every single person in the NFL. He would take Myles Garrett, whip his helmet off, and beat him fucking down like a bitch. All right, DK Metcalf against the Philadelphia Eagles should be a great game for him. If Tyler Lockett misses, DK Metcalf will have a humongous game. If Tyler Lockett's there, Josh Gordon hurts him, and I think that lowers down DK Metcalf's worth in fantasy football for this game, but I still like him a decent amount, and he's definitely a solid flex option. At number 28, we have Mr. Emmanuel Sanders going against the Green Bay Packers. Now, obviously, if Emmanuel Sanders is 100% healthy, he gets elevated a bit higher in the rankings, but I really do think that Jimmy Garoppolo has found a new love for Deebo Samuel, so that hurts Emmanuel Sanders, and the fact that his ribs, I believe, are a bit fucked up. At number 29, we have Marvin Jones going against the Washington Redskins. And for the same reason why I don't love Kenny Galladay in this game, it's why I don't love Marvin Jones. Jeff Driscoll really hampers and makes it just seems like you really can't start them. Well, you're going to have to start them, but you have to temper your expectations bigly and big time over here for Marvin Jones. I think that at the end of the day, if he catches the ball, he will be able to be open and he will be able to make plays. But the fact is, I'm not sure how accurate the ball will be coming to Mr. Marvin Jones. At number 30, we have Tyler Boyd going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And Tyler Boyd has honestly been playing just about okay the last couple of games. Auden Tate's banged up. AJ Green's not going to fucking play. So it seems like it's going to be the Tyler Boyd show against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that would obviously bode well for Mr. Boyd. But at the end of the day, the team doesn't look that great. The quarterback play doesn't look that great. So that's why Tyler Boyd's ranked at number 30. At number 31, we have D.D. Westbrook going up against the Tennessee Titans. And I like D.D. Westbrook in this game. He should play pretty well against the Tennessee Titans. But the fact is that Big Dick Nick was feeding DJ Chark so much that I have to lower him down here to number 31. And my final Mr. Irrelevant, number 32, is Robert Woods going against the Baltimore Ravens. Now, who knows if Robert Woods is going to play, okay? Who really knows? It seemed like he was going to play last week. He was perfectly healthy, and then out of nowhere, he's sitting. If he doesn't fucking play, I'm going to put Brandon Cooks right here at 32. 32 and 33, Robert Woods and Brandon Cooks. If they both end up playing, I like Robert Woods slightly more. But at the end of the day, I'm not even sure if Robert Woods is going to end up getting that start. So thank you guys all for watching this video. If at any point you ended up enjoying, please make sure to click that subscribe button down below. I love each and every single one of you guys. Make sure you have a blessed rest of your day. Check out overlaydfs.com. Link down below in the description. Goodbye, my friends.